All right, boys and girls, this is a big one. This is a big one. This is the rare occasion we get high heat on the channel. And I'm not going to lie and say it's for you. This one's for me. This one is for me. But I would appreciate it if you please subscribed. It takes a second. It's free. And boom, you did it. And mainly unbox low heat. But once in a while, we get in some high heat. I did not hit for retail. As you can see, this video is a little late from when these released, when these dropped. I bought these on eBay. Check them out. Took them forever to get here. We'll go over that saga too. But what I did do, I didn't just pay for these out of pocket. I made the hard decision to part ways with my Tiffany Air Force Ones. Go check out that unboxing video. I did hit on those for retail from Dover Street Market, Los Angeles. But yes, I sold those at a local resale shop. Actually, the Sneaker Den, who took over the round 2 spot on Melrose in LA. Check out those guys. They kept the shop basically the exact same way. And I sold those to them, used those funds to get these. So I'm not rich. Please don't think so, because I'm definitely not. So had to part with some high heat, a high heat W in order to get these. Got these from eBay. And as you can see, what are these? You already know from the title and the thumbnail, but these are the women's Air Jordan 1 Low OG SP for special projects in sale, university, red and black. Size 13 women's, which translates to an 11.5 men's, which is my size. That is typically what I get in Jordans, my true to size. And you can see from the box, we got the shiny Jordan 1 Cactus Jack box. These did pass authentication from eBay. We'll check how good that is. Maybe I'll take these down to one of the shops, the boys at Syndicate LA. Ask them to legit check. But just to give you a little like taste of the endeavors it took to get these, I put an offer. A guy accepted an offer like $10 less. Look at this. Look at this craziness. Look at all the places this pair of shoes has been. May 24th, like the day I bought them, he like created the label. And then look at the journey these went on. From all the way in Indianapolis, Oklahoma City, Arizona, New Jersey, authentication hub in Vegas. They got authenticated. Hopefully they are legit. They went to Santa Clarita. And yeah, eventually on June 3rd, they ended up their way here. I missed this. You had to sign for these. I missed it. Today, like 5 days later, finally picked them up from the post office. So here we are. Let's do the unboxing. And I'm gonna once you see them, I'm gonna try them on. I'm gonna rate them. Go over pricing on these in the resale market. We'll do a little legit check. I watched a video on them, and so there's lots more to come once I unveil these. Thoughts on paying X amount of dollars for a shoe, all that good stuff. So here we go. Here's the box. I don't know if there is a stamp somewhere on the inside. Not sure. Again, like, I'm going to have these legit checked by other people, so hopefully don't freak out. Paper on real pairs should be like thicker, legit. This does seem a little papery to me. Borderline too thin. I don't know. The color looks right, though. Okay, let's see here. Whew. All right, these are nice. I did see in one video the tongue should come to the end of this leather here, so that's good. I can't squeeze the sole. I know that's a thing if they're flimsy soles. That's a bad sign. These do seem pretty premium leather. I know the lace bags, they're supposed to have about that much space from judging from other videos and pictures online. It's tough, like, it's kind of a bummer, like, people fake shoes so much, and there's such, like, a problem with that, because it just takes the joy. Like, I couldn't enjoy the unboxing of this. Also, I didn't hit for retail, so, like, that's always cool when you hit for retail and get the W. You know they're legit, and, like, so immediately taking away from the joy, it was like me checking to see if these are legit. So that's kind of a bummer, but, you know, it is what it is. get back into the excitedness about these. I do really like these. I mean, it's a really gorgeous shoe. Like, why else would I sell those Tiffany Air Force Ones? I know they're kind of a controversial pair, but in general, like, why would I part with some high heat to get these? Like, this is like a beautiful pair. These grew on me. We'll get back to some of the legit checking in a second. I'm not an expert, so like it is what it is. I'm gonna need other people to legit check these. So I'm gonna mainly try to don't count on me for all of that. I'm gonna get these checked out by other people. So we're not gonna dwell too much on it. We're gonna just assume this is a good pair. eBay authentication. We're gonna assume these are good. These are Gucci. But these really grew on me, maybe just out of like desperation for getting a pair. I prefer the reverse mochas. Those are my favorite of all the Travis Scott Jordan collabs or Nike collabs. The reverse mochas are my favorite. These, I would say, come in second. Just because I like those more doesn't mean that like the other ones are bad shoes. I would give the reverse mochas a 10. Like early rating on these are like a 9.25 or 9.5. These really grew on me, and the main part of what pushed me over the edge was the pricing on these. The pricing, for whatever reason, 13 women's in women's shoes, like they overmake that size or something. I don't know, but like I noticed it in the Ama Manier Jordan 12s in like white, and that size is just way cheaper than the other sizes in women's. And for whatever reason, my size, hey, I'll take it. 13 women's is just like, it's way cheaper. Like, again, this is not a cheap shoe, it's cheaper. I'm not saying it's a cheap shoe. So this with fees and taxes comes out to like 818. 818. You look at the other sizes here. Small size is actually reasonable. Again, air quotes reasonable. For a super hyped pair of Travis Scotts, you can get them like 600 with fees and taxes. And then notice the difference. 13.5, 12.5 women's, 14 women's. All these other sizes, way expensive. My size, like, I'm lucky, so I'll take it. So that was part of the reason for getting these, biting the bullet, selling my other pair, getting these, because like these are just like discounted compared to other sizes. I got my eBay ones. I think the guy accepted my offer at $750. He claims he showed me a screenshot. He got them on the sneakers app, got a W, showed me a screenshot. Of course, it could be spoofed, yes. And he could be lying, but he had a good rating. Always check the people's ratings when you're buying on eBay. Make sure they have more than one transaction. This guy did. He communicated, seemed legit. Again, people can lie out their ass. I'm not saying that's a foolproof method, but that's why I chose to go down this road to begin with. Past eBay authenticity, etc. But yeah, this size, for whatever reason, 13 women's, I don't know if they overmake them or what. I know 11.5 is a popular size in general. I know it's not like an odd size for dudes or women. So, yeah. So, really been liking the Jordan 1 Low lately. I think it is one of the more popular shoes Jordan and Nike have at the moment. I talked about this in another video recently. I think Nike and Jordan, they're trying to throw things at the wall to get things to stick with the economy and shoe buying going down. Dunk's cooling off, Jordan 1's cooling off. I feel like they've gotten Air Jordan 4s to stick. That's been the second most popular shoe. People have got their fill of Jordan 1, so they've moved on to Jordan 4s. Vomeros are competing with New Balance and Asics and other runners out there. And I feel like the Jordan 1 Low has kind of taken the place of the Dunk. It's just a slightly more slender model, lower profile than the Dunk, and definitely SB Dunks. It's just a slimmer pair of shoes overall in silhouette. So Jordan 1 Lows are heat. I really like them. I come from a indoor soccer shoe. That was my thing growing up and wearing. I fumbled over that sentence. I wore indoor soccer shoes growing up. That was my thing for a long time until I switched over to runners. And so this very much mimics the shape of a indoor soccer shoe. All leather upper, molds to the foot well. I've been loving these shattered backboard Starfish Jordan 1 Lows. Really been wearing them a lot. Love those and like these even better. Now, I have not been able to hit on a pair. Also, I think there was something with the, for legit checking, there's something with the WYDY. Mine's upside down. Someone said something about rippling. I can't tell. I can't tell. Again, I'm going to need other people than me to check these out. One thing I know too, I feel like, is the insoles. And look, I think they pulled them up here to check. I feel like the stitching under the insole should be... it's white there. I thought in one video I said they're supposed to be red. I could check that, but I don't know. I just don't know. Fakes are so good these days, but if these are fakes, they're pretty solid fakes, I would say. But why do we like these? It's got this off-white cream mud guard. This leather's better than most leathers on Jordans and Dunks for sure. You got the red hits, which I like as a nice accent. Off-white, yellowed vintage midsole. The olive outsole, Jordan 1 outsole. And then you got a suede for the mid panel and the toe. The top of the toe there. Nylon tongue, per usual. Red hit on the Nike Air, which I like to match the Wings logo and the Cactus Jack logo. And just overall, really dope. Yeah, this is, and then you got a kind of a Cactus Jack logo here on the inner panel. But yeah, they seem to be well constructed. I really like the red accents. You got Cactus Jack on the insole here, Nike Air there. And this will last longer. This isn't just printed on, so that's kind of nice. I love all the colors involved here, and I really like the red hits. I think as far as laces go, I'm tempted to swap out to the red laces. I would love to know what you guys prefer or what you guys have done, those of you who have these. I don't think there's a wrong choice in laces. I would put in any of these laces. I think the cream sail color laces go hard. The olive ones obviously might make your shoe more wearable in a sense, or the black ones. But I think I like the accent of the reds. Really draws the eye to the shoe. And you want to be seen in the shoe. That's the whole point of having these. So I think I'm going to lace up the reds to begin with. Then maybe we'll go to the olive. And then when these are really beat, we'll freshen them up with the white laces. And on their last legs, maybe we'll go to the black laces. I think the black would be my last choice, but it's not a bad choice by any means. Probably the least used laces. I feel like the first three, which are my favorite, the sail, red, and green, are the top choices. I probably bet you see the black laces the least. So yeah, these, it's unfortunate. I have hit on one Travis Scott in all the drops, kids' shoes aside. I've hit on, me and the lady have hit on a couple of the kids' shoes. That doesn't really count. Believe it or not, back when the very first one dropped, I hit on Undefeated here locally in LA. There you go. There's box proof. Got them for retail, and immediately a guy in line wanted to buy them. I was only so on them, and immediately I flipped them. He took me to an ATM, gave me like I think that's $8.50 for them. Quick flip back then. My thought process was like what if Travis Scott gets canceled? I'd be kicking myself. I think I needed the money at the time too. Lo and behold, the tragedy in Houston happened, and people cooled on him for a bit, but he wasn't, he was adjacent responsible, not directly responsible. He's indirectly responsible. So, bounce back. And do I regret selling those? Well, a little bit. I would have always, the plan was to sell those though. I mean, I could have got more now if I had them dead stock still, but some point along the way, I probably would have sold them as they kept going up. What I would have loved is if I had those and flipped them for a pair of mochas and cash, the reverse mochas and cash. So it's unfortunate, the botting situation. They in a the mochas, I think sneakers or Nike said that like 60% of the entries were bots. And it was the most entered raffle of all time was the reverse mochas. These, I think half the entries were bots, Nike said. Nike says it filters out 98% of bots, but for high heat drops. But when you have millions and millions and millions of entries, 2% of bots getting through still does a lot of damage. So that's really unfortunate. To people saying, like, who are fine with bots and like participate in that, like, I don't think you're not murderers. But it's just, you're the kids at Halloween. People aren't home. They leave a bucket of candy and it says, please take one or please take two. You're the kids who take like, a big handful or empty the bucket. You guys are the kids who empty the bucket. And your justification is, well, if I don't, another kid's going to empty the bucket. The problem with that mentality is it's like in philosophy, in moral philosophy and ethics, you call it the tragedy of the commons, where everyone has access to a common good, whether it's a pasture, clean water, or whatever. And the rationale of like, well, my neighbor is taking more than the allotment, so I'm going to, just leaves everything depleted. So, if everyone's forced to get bots, then you're back to square one. So I just think of that. That's all I would think of to people who are apologetic to bot users and bot culture. Again, I don't think you're evil people, and I get trying to hustle and get yours, and like, well, if I can't do it, someone else will. But it's just, sometimes you gotta bite the bullet. And just because other people are going to do it doesn't mean you necessarily should. It's just tough. It's I know you can't have the thing that you want, but that's just part of life. So it's unfortunate with these. Like, I would just like to hit on one, and I did way back when. But I don't know. Sneakers, there was that rumor that they were going to restock the Travis Scott SB Dunks, and I'll be honest, I like 2% of me believed it. Maybe 1% of that was like just wanting to believe they were going to restock, but like, that's crazy. If they did that, they would hold them with other Grail. I don't know. Do they find a shipment, a warehouse full of them, and then they had, what are we going to do with these? I would have then waited for other magical warehouses to be found of other Grails, and then done one like sneaker, exclusive access on sneakers to people who met the qualifications. That's what I would have done. But anyways, it's supposedly that was fake news, so not getting them. Oh, those are fire. Those are fire. Even better on foot. These grew on me. They were better in hand, and now they're even better on foot. Like, that's fire. Pair of shoes. These pink Supreme socks would go great with the OG ones, the first Jordan 1 low, Cactus Jack lows and highs, because those came with pink laces and stuff. These would go great with the red Supreme socks or the olive Supreme socks. It might be a little too hype beastie, but this is kind of subtle. And like, if you're wearing pants, you're not seeing this. Might be a little hype beastie, but the colors spot on. Red Supreme socks or the olive Supreme socks from like a year ago. These pink ones go well. These go fine, but yeah, maybe I'll break open a fresh pair of Supreme socks for these. I really, really like these. There's the red. I'll quick go over my like rankings. Again, rating something below something, that's all it means. It's just like, if push came to shove, what you would choose. I'm gonna rank some of these pairs like lower. Doesn't mean I don't like the shoe. I would take them in an instant. I like the shoe. So for me, of the Travis Scott collabs, the mochas are the number one, the reverse mochas. To me, that's a 10 out of 10. Second, I think these are like a 9.5 out of 10. The olives, Jordan 1 lows. I think number 3 for me is the Fragment Travis Scott lows. I think those are 9.25. Then fourth would be the Fragment Highs, I think. I think those are fourth. Those would be like a 9 or 9.15. Then probably the OG Travis Scott one lows, the brown ones. Those would probably be a 9 for me. Then I think we got to throw in the ones, the OG ones that I got actually. Probably those are 8.9. Then I would say probably the fours, the Houston fours, 8.8. And then let's go the Phantoms, the all black Phantom lows, probably 8.75. And then after that, I don't really care. But that's my rankings. As I said initially, they're all high ratings. That's all high 8s to 10s. So doesn't mean any of them are bad. That's just like preference order. That's all. So really happy I was able to get these this way. That these in my size happen to be cheaper. I guess the W for me. I obviously got the W with the Tiffany Air Force Ones. Check that review out. Check this review out. Had to part with those, unfortunately, but that's what you got to do when you're a sneaker collector and you're not rich, not a celebrity. You got to part with things that you like, your W's, to get other things that you like even more. I just thought I would wear these more. I like the Tiffany Air Force Ones more than some people, but I'm not a huge Air Force One guy. If you watch my channel at all, you've heard me say that. I'm just not an Air Force One guy. They've grown on me. Some pairs have grown on me, but I would have saved those for special occasions, worn them like, once I first wore them, whenever that may be, I'd wear them a couple times a year and that's it. These I plan on breaking out and using at any function a lot. And then as they get more and more beat, becoming just like, almost every other day wears until the point they become beaters. Like I plan on wearing these a lot, not just special occasions. Anytime I'm stepping out, I'm wearing these. So I knew I'd just get more use out of these. So that's what it is. That's what it comes down to. And I had the money in shoes. I had the sitting there. Didn't come out of cash in hand. So there we go. Got the rating. Thoughts on bot culture. Thoughts on the price of these. It's interesting. The price has gone down even a little bit more. I could have saved myself 18 whole bucks if I waited till now and bought these on StockX. I just thought they would keep creeping up though. So it's weird. My size actually crept down from where I bought them at. I think it was starting to creep back up and I got scared and hit, pulled the trigger at 750, which was 836 after taxes and everything and fees. But since then, these have actually come down a little bit. So I don't know where these will land. There's rumors that these might be the last Jordan collab for them. There was, but now there's rumors like he's going to have a Jordan 3. He's going to have a golf shoe. So clearly him and Jordan Brand are successful, so they're going to continue that partnership. So who knows how many more of these type shoes we'll see, but to me, I had to take advantage of that lower price point, not low price point, lower price point, and trade in some high heat for some other high heat. Let me know what you think about these. Please subscribe and I appreciate you if you watch this full video. It was a long one, but there was a lot to talk about here. Really like these. Can't wait to wear them. Hope they're real. Gonna get them legit checked first before I undead stock them. And yeah. All right. Peace.